All right, welcome to today's lesson. I'm here with expert, mentor, Amith, man, a myth, legend. And so I want to talk, so he runs this company called Block Street. And he's business partners with Brock Pierce. You've seen he has a lesson in the program too, Brock does. And so they basically are scraping data and information. We just recorded one on a paper wallet. But I wanted to talk about a very interesting subject. You've been in the game since 2013. You've seen a lot of stuff. So here's what today's lesson is on. Your 3 favorite tokens. Can be ICOs too, but we'll talk about coins and tokens. And your 3 least favorite, and why. And again, disclaimer, this is not a guarantee. If you put money into the ones that are his favorite, that they're gonna go up. This is not, us trying to push anything. It's just literally, I put him on the spot. I was like, just tell me why, and there's room to disagree. Jeremy Gardner doesn't love Litecoin on the last lesson. A lot of people like it. So this is just to give you, broaden your horizons, okay? So if you want to come in, right, what's your first, your go-to token?
Bitcoin.
Okay, so you just old-fashioned.
This all falls apart if Bitcoin fails. Bitcoin is binary. It either wins or loses. There's no in-between. It's the mother coin.
Right.
So I definitely come from the school that if Bitcoin doesn't work, this whole house is like house of cards.
So you don't believe that something like Ether is going to replace it?
No. Well, Ether is very different. It does different things.
Right.
So it's no way.
It's a different protocol doing different things.
Yeah.
But there's people that say, oh, this is a Bitcoin. I mean, it's crazy how many comments I got on Twitter about, oh, IOTA is the Bitcoin killer, and this and this and this. And it's like all these uninformed people. Do you think that's a very uninformed opinion to think that there's another token out there that's even getting close to threatening Bitcoin?
People will say those things because they're going to make money on the rise of that token. And
right.
Yeah, if you put like 0.2 or 0.3 Bitcoin towards some shit ICO, you can 10x that, right? And get 3 Bitcoin. But that's what you got, 3 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No one ever says, I'm going to hold this coin till forever, right?
Yes.
You want this coin.
So you're saying people doing these ICOs just to flip them into more Bitcoin, not to flip them into more.
At least the smart people. The smart people.
Yeah. So what the price projection, your prediction on Bitcoin was where?
13,008 by Feb 2018.
So you almost had it.
Nah, not really. It was off, but I don't mind being off in that situation.
You made more.
Yeah, not a problem.
What do you think in the last, let's say, what do you think in the next 5 years?
I think 100K in 2018, and by 2024, 1 million.
So that's your number.
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
What do you think are the threats to Bitcoin's rise?
Better technology, which I don't know if that's possible, but if there's a better coin with a better blockchain that's more secure, yes.
Do you see anything even approaching?
No, I don't.
About somebody says, what do you think of the forks? So like something like Bitcoin Cash.
So forks all day, no problem, because it just makes the ecosystem bigger.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants to try something else different, that's good. Bitcoin Cash worked out for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It also moves at 8 megabyte blocks. You can move money faster on Bitcoin Cash, so it's serving a purpose.
Yeah.
I have no problem with forks. Forks are good because forks are like dividends, which is why you have to own this coin, and which is also why you have to own this coin, not in Coinbase, because sometimes you may not get the fork. So if you hold the private key, you will always get the fork.
Does Coinbase keep that? What happens when it's on Coinbase?
But so they want to make sure everyone's secure. So Bitcoin Cash, they decided to give it to everybody because of uproar, but they're not giving us Bitcoin Gold.
Yeah.
Right? So Bitcoin Gold,
where does it go?
It's like $300.
People would have gotten.
It just is stuck there. It's on the blockchain. I mean, who knows? Coinbase could be selling it for all we know. Because Bitcoin Gold trades on exchanges, which is why you want your private key. So you can sell it on the exchange.
So you
hold
can
it.
buy things on Coinbase, but you need to move them off.
Yes.
And that's what we talked about in another lesson and some other lessons.
Yes.
So number 1, okay, we got that. What's your number 2 if you're diversifying and you're not? Are you diversifying, believe in getting anything besides
EOS.
Bitcoin? Okay, EOS. So So this is created by your business partner, Brock.
He's one of the creators.
Co-founders, yep.
Yeah, so the guy behind EOS, his name is Dan Larimer, the tech guy behind it. And Dan Larimer has written 2 other coins. One is Steem and one is BitShares.
Yeah.
Both of these blockchains are the most successful blockchains in terms of number of transactions per block.
Is
right?
Steem? Yeah, Steem is.
Steem is good. It's killing it. Steem has a higher website ranking, Alexa ranking than Bitcoin.org. People are on Steem.
It's kind of like a Reddit.
Yeah, Steem's like a
Reddit.
Yeah, it's a blockchain Reddit, but you get paid for your posts. So it's like a good use case. So Dan Larimer has come up with a delegated proof of stake system for a decentralized computing platform. So basically, it's like Ethereum on steroids. That's not what EOS stands for, but it really is,
that
Ethereum
do people
on.
say that sometimes?
I do. It's really Ethereum on steroids. And EOS, their testnet has launched, and there's rumors that this thing is fast enough for Visa and MasterCard to
Yeah, that's the
both
question.
use.
One of the things was the use cases, because you always want to look for, if you're going to invest your money in the stock market, in real estate, in a business, and of course in cryptocurrencies, it's safer to have things that are actually useful. If you just buy a raw piece of land speculatively, and it turns out no one can build on it because it's a swamp, you lose all your money. And the same metaphor applies to cryptocurrencies. If you buy a coin with just the goal of it increasing in value because there's more suckers than you, Warren Buffett calls that the greatest sucker theory, that's precarious and not recommended in this program. So what you're saying is EOS actually potentially could be used to be almost like your ATM card, but instead of Visa, it'd be happening on a platform, a blockchain.
Everything. Like flight patterns, flight takeoffs, loyalty cards, membership rewards, escrow accounts.
And it's faster than Bitcoin? Much faster.
Much faster.
Bitcoin is one of the slow. Is it faster than Bitcoin Cash?
Yes.
It'll
be the fastest one out there.
Yeah.
It'll be faster than Ethereum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CryptoKitty. Ethereum has had a lot thrown at it. Okay, so this is your second coin, your favorite. What's your third? If you had to pick one. And
It's tough. It's tough because I love Bitcoin so much. It's tough to even talk about EOS. But if you know about crypto, you've got to be buying EOS because fucking EOS is going to go to the moon.
Any smaller coins you like? When I say smaller, I mean smaller
Nimiq.
market.
I like Nimiq. What up, Nimiq? Nimiq. N-I-M-I-Q. So Nimiq is like a virality coin. It's a really smart team. That's why I like it. A very good smart team from Germany. Lots of activity on their GitHub code.
Yep.
It's open source. So you want to see, like, whenever you invest in a coin, you want to see, are they actually coding?
So you can go to GitHub and people are openly sharing how they're building the technology for these things.
You got it. So a lot of these coins, they may have really good marketing. You may see something like sponsored on Twitter or on Facebook. Just because they have really good marketing doesn't mean that their coin is legit.
Right. And right now I'm just looking, Nimiq's trading around $1 with a 20 million US dollar market cap. So it's it's pretty small.
It's very small.
Yeah. It's not even, and what purpose will it serve? What's the utility?
So here's another thing. Let's just back up for a second. When you invest in coins, you're usually going into it from either BTC or ETH, right? Mm-hmm. And people forget that. So they see
Bitcoin and Ether.
And they see dollar price go up, but dollar price can go up like 10x, but you could still be down.
Yes.
Because you need to use Bitcoin or ETH as your reference rate.
Yes.
Right? So like I put 1.5 Bitcoin into Nimiq in June, and the price was like 72 cents.
Yeah.
But I'm way down.
Yeah.
Because
right.
Bitcoin has gone from what? Like 7,000 to like 18,000, yes. Right? So yes. You got to remember that before you invest in coins. The reason I like Nimiq is smart team, active code, good community. They have a very large Telegram group that is growing consistently, and people are saying the right things. And most importantly, their technology is good. Basically, they're doing like a browser-based blockchain. So mining is very expensive. They're going to make it so that anybody can mine this coin. And if
it'll still be a mined coin.
It's total risk, but it's a good team. And if it takes off, you're going to make a shit ton of money.
So don't put all your money in this, but if you want to put a little bit of money you might lose, Nimiq is one that you like. All right, let's talk about three as we wrap up here that you're not a huge fan of, that a lot of people like. You might not hate it, but you don't love it.
So I hate BitConnect.
Okay.
Probably like a top 20 coin, but it is an open secret that this thing is a Ponzi scheme. And I've been calling it a Ponzi scheme since it was 20 bucks, and it's 432 bucks right now. But this coin is a Ponzi scheme. Basically taking money from new people and giving it to old people. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Okay. What's your second one you don't love?
Ripple.
Okay, so you're not a big Ripple guy.
And then when I say like, oh, I don't love these, yeah, you may make money investing in these. I don't love them. Ripple is like 80 cents. It may go to 80 bucks, but this coin is shit too because it's owned by companies. It's not decentralized, and it's owned by companies, and they change the rules on it. I think 7 months ago, they decided to lock up 1 billion Ripple. What is that? You can't just lock up tokens.
Yeah.
What's the rules, you know? Who had the say in that? I also heard that banks don't even need to use the Ripple token to use Ripple. So what are you really buying?
Yeah, it's just separate.
But on the flip side, if Coinbase lists Ripple, which I heard they're going to do, this thing's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, basically there's something called the availability pricing bias. If it goes on Coinbase, you get the Coinbase effect, which automatically goes up in value just because it's easy to buy. Some of these smaller coins we've talked about, these tokens, it's more complicated. People don't always know how to get on Bittrex or Poloniex. You know, I mean, they go to Coinbase and buy. So this one's not your favorite.
Not my favorite.
Not your favorite for a buy, because you're more of a buy and hold type person.
I'm definitely a buy and hold
He's
type
not
person.
a trader as much.
No.
So what's your third?
So I'll say this with a heavy heart, not because I don't like it, not because it's like blah, blah, blah. I'll just tell you, Ethereum.
Okay.
And I don't like Ethereum because you can't really trust the direction it's going in, right? So Ethereum got hacked in the DAO, and then they reversed the blockchain. Now, Polkadot lost a lot of money in their Parity multi-sig wallet, and there's talks about them reversing to the blockchain. So that almost just seems like too much interference, right?
Okay.
If you're going to lose coins, you should learn your lesson, and they are sort of bending to the will of the majority, which is not good. But it's great tech, super smart people, super like nothing. I'm not saying anything bad about this coin other than it just hasn't philosophically done the things I would want in a coin.
Would you still build, if you're doing an ICO, theoretically build on Ethereum?
I would definitely choose EOS.
Yeah.
Because they're like a $5 billion coin. They're going to give you marketing for it. They're going to help you with their blockchains faster.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of developers going for EOS now.
Yeah.
Too.
So you think EOS is a potential Ethereum killer?
Yes.
Or at least strong competitor?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think there's room for Ethereum. There's room for EOS. There's room for Linux, Windows, and Mac, right?
Yeah.
I just think EOS is going to be really good.
Yeah.
The Mac.
So you heard it here. Remember, this is not an endorsement. Well, exactly what you should buy. Trying to help you. What Brock told me is don't invest in what you don't know about. We're trying to educate you. That's the whole point of this program. This is not day trading. Remember, you can lose money in anything. But buy and hold. You're staying away from these three for a long-term buy and hold. And you love just the old school. It's funny, Bitcoin's new, but it's calling it old school. And EOS is coming, will be, I think, at the end of May. It will be launched officially. This thing's got a crazy, the ICO raise on this is, I think, the biggest of all.
Yeah.
700 million plus. And this is one I haven't heard of, so I'm glad you left me with that little nugget here. So here's your homework, close out this lesson. Leave just a short synopsis of what rung true with you the most out of these 6 coins. Either the ones maybe you've heard something about one that he likes or doesn't like. Leave just a sentence or two on one of these 6. Thank you, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. Bringing the knowledge of crypto to people.
There we go.